Ah,
There we go.
beautiful.
Got it.
B-U-T. All right. Is
All
that
right.
good?
Yeah.
Bet.
I can see it, so we're good.
Ugh.
Man, I'm like sore.
So, yeah, from the meet. How did that go? Told me it didn't go that well.
No, it was okay. I didn't throw like what I wanted to throw, cause like, so when we first got there, it was 8:30,
Yeah.
and we had to get everything weighed out because we don't have a scale, so we had to get everything weighed out at that time. So I have everything in my car, because the bus they weren't gonna drive the bus until 3 p.m.
Yeah.
because that's when like the running event started, and who cares about the throwers, like
Right.
right? And then so I had all of the shots, the hammers, the discus. You saw them today, so it's pretty.
Yeah, dude, those shock puts are freaking heavy, bro.
Yeah,
And you're like, yeah, they're 16.
yeah, something like that.
Dude, they felt heavier than like 25 pounds. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean like the outdoor ones are smaller, cause they're more like dense.
Okay.
But I like the smaller ones because it fits on my hand better.
Right, you can palm it more.
So then like I can put more pressure on my neck when I'm holding it, type
Yeah.
thing. When you're inside, it's rubber. So when
Yeah.
you're holding it, it's like this big.
Yeah.
So when you're holding it, you have to like hold more off your
Oh,
fingers.
yeah.
So it's less controlled, type thing.
That's annoying.
Yeah. But so then we had all of that weighed out, and we noticed that none of our hammers weighed in because the string, like the wire, was too
Yeah.
long.
Oh,
So
what?
so then our girl thrower, she ended up driving back to the school because it was like 10 minutes away.
Oh, yeah.
Picked up the other ones, and then that one got weighed in, but it was 2 pounds over. So
oh
they're
my
like,
God,
they're like,
dude.
you can use it, but it's 2 pounds over. So like, all right, so we had to borrow from another school again.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
Y'all lacking on the.
man, we a poverty school, man. That's how
He
it
said
is.
poverty school. That's crazy.
But that happened, and then we started throwing javelin first at. So I was in the first flight, so it started at warm up started at 10, event started at 10:30.
Yeah.
So we had a 30-minute warm up, which is crazy. Usually you have like 15, 20.
Damn.
And then I was throwing. I threw really. My throws were like bombs. They were like legit like 40 meters,
real?
35, like absolute bombs though.
That's crazy.
But the thing was is
For-
that
For what?
javelin,
Javelin?
yeah. But the
I'd
thing
love
was
to
was
throw
that
shit, bro.
it was outside of the sector.
Oh.
So like the
shit.
sector, it's 2 lines,
Yeah.
and it has to stay inside of the 2 white lines.
Mm-hmm.
But mine were way outside.
How do you fuck that up?
Dude, it's I'm not gonna lie. It's like
Wind?
no, it's not the wind. It's technique. It's my first time throwing it, so
Oh,
I had no
okay.
idea like how I'm supposed to be throwing it forward rather than throwing it out.
So you were just trying to yeet that bitch as far as you could.
Yep. And I was
Okay.
launching it. I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
lie,
shit, yeah.
cause like what I threw, I was talking to my coach and I was like, cause I was in the first flight and there was 3 flights,
Okay.
so there's like 15 people per flight, so it was like a decent amount of people there. And top 9, so you're the farthest throws. The 9 of the best throwers go to finals,
Mm-hmm.
and then in finals, that's how you score points for the team.
Mm.
So, unfortunately, none of my throws were in sector,
Damn.
and the only one that was in sector was I changed the grip because our coach and like one of the girl throwers was like, try changing your grip. Maybe you might be able to be in sector. It's not gonna go far at all, but you're gonna have a mark.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll do that. And then she's like, yeah, just keep everything the same. Just try this, right? And I didn't know how to hold it, so I was just like, all right, whatever. I'll just hold it completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And I threw it, completely slipped off my hand through like 26.
Damn.
So then I was just upset. But then I was like, all right, you know what? I have 3 more events. I can't be upset until after the meet is done.
Yeah.
And then, so first flight ended, second flight, third flight, finals, and then the women's went. So then it was first flight, second flight, third flight, finals.
Yeah.
That took 6 hours. That one event. Yeah,
How long were you there? Like, what time did you get home?
probably 8:39. Probably like 9. Yeah,
God, bro.
yeah. So then we threw javelin, and then we started hammer, which is the second event.
That's the one with the ball and the string?
Yeah.
Or the wire?
And then, so we threw first flight. It was me and then the other 2 guys. We all threw the first flight, which means like because there was just 2 flights.
Okay.
So then we threw. We ended up as soon as we were done throwing, because javelin took so long. They were like, "Now you're gonna have to sprint over to shot put." and then just get your marks there. And then they're like, we're gonna have to give you a shortened warm up. So instead of 20 minutes, we're gonna give you 10. But they didn't say. Our coach told us that that's what they told us at the hammer area.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so the hammer area is in a complete different area than the actual shot put area. The shot put area is in the stadium, like where the football field is, the track is.
Mm-hmm.
And then a street over is where the javelin, discus, and hammer was.
Got you.
So we ran over, got there, and they're like, all right, so you're checking in? I'm like, yeah, I'm checking in. And they're like, first flight already started, okay, which we already knew was going to start. And they would, what would happen was that after the first flight was done, they would let us do warm-ups, and then we would just be integrated into flight 2.
Okay.
So instead, he was like, all right, you're going to be up. I was like, all right, do I get a warm-up? He's like, no warm-ups. So then I basically threw whatever I threw, sat down, and then he's like, all right, so it's up, whoever's about to throw. On deck means you're next. On hold that means you should just start getting ready. So one guy was up, another guy was on deck. I'm already on hold again.
Yeah.
So there's only 4 or 5 throwers in our flight,
Uh-huh.
which means I had no rest time, no time to actually analyze what I was doing wrong and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then I threw all 3, threw terrible because I had no warm up or anything to get my feet down or nothing.
Right.
I had no analysis, no like time to actually take a break. We went back, noticed that they're still on women's hammer, so it's 7 o'clock at that time. So then I opened my fast at 7:30, 7:25.
Did you bring food with you?
Nah, they got me Chick-fil-A.
Oh. Okay.
So I had mac and cheese and fries.
For the free, huh?
Yeah.
Shit.
But then we got back out, started throwing. So then as soon as they were done, it's 8 o'clock. So it's like dark outside.
Damn.
And they have the lights on. So then we start warming up, or like they open up the cage, which means we're going to start warming up, but it's an orderly fashion. So you have to you throw 2, and then you wait, and then you leave.
Okay.
So then I threw the 2, but they're like, all right, we're going to have you wait first. And then when you wait, they had like a big group meeting with all the officials. They came back and they're like, we can't see anything coming out. So due to our safety, we're going to have a few guys throw like their warm-ups. So I went in and the 2 other people went in. So the 2 other people did theirs, I did mine. And then they had another big meeting for like 10 minutes. Called the coaches in, but our coaches was at the shot put area.
Yeah.
So then we had to represent ourselves. So then we went to the coaches meeting and they were like, yeah, we're going to have to completely cancel disc.
Damn.
Which it's the one event I'm actually good at.
Right.
So then I was just like, all right, whatever. I was just like crazy upset at the time. Went to go watch a girl throw. She placed first in that overall meet, so it was good.
Yeah.
But I was just, man, I was upset.
That's so bad. How many schools were there?
So at first it was supposed to be a tri-meet, which means 3.
Right.
So it was supposed to be, we weren't even supposed to be in it. It was supposed to be North Central and then 2 other schools.
Oh, what the fuck?
But since the weather, no one knew how the weather was going to be, they canceled all the other all the other local, regional meets around the area. So like in Iowa, Wisconsin, Ohio, and Indiana. Yeah. So all those meets were canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So then they started calling up. They're like, hey, I heard you have a meet. Like, we should start, like, making this a bigger meet. And obviously the coach is not gonna say no, because more people equals more money.
Right.
So a total, I don't know how many teams there were, but what I heard was that there was a total of 800 plus athletes there.
Damn.
And the javelin, so it took 6 hours because there were 72 total throwers.
What the
So
fuck?
if you do 72 times 3, that's right. I already did the math. So basically
9?
it was about 250, maybe 300 total throws of javelin. So that's the reason why it took so long. But it took 6 hours just for that one event.
See, like, I'm all good for track and shit. Like, I would have done it senior year, but only if I could do my events and go home.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks.
Like, I probably would have hung around later and stuff, but like after school until like 9 o'clock, it's like at that time, like, no, like that's just. I obviously I don't want to call it a waste of time, because it's not a waste of time at all. But like, I feel like if I just do my events, all right, I'll stay for a couple more.
Yeah.
But then I gotta get home to do some shit,
Yeah, because I mean the runners didn't get there till 3:30.
That's
so
crazy.
then they got there at 3:30, and then they didn't leave till 8:30. So I mean that's only 5 hours for them, but we were there for 13 hours in the sun.
Yeah, 13.
And it was weird because it was cold, so like the wind was blowing. It was like 7-8 mile per hour winds,
Mm-hmm.
and like my back was cold, but my face and like everything in the front was super hot because of the sun.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting sunburnt.
Damn.
But yeah,
That's weird. Getting sunburned in April.
yeah,
Yeah. Dude, today's actually a nice ass day out though.
it is. I didn't have to wear a hoodie today, so
I guess on my mom's birthday it's gonna be like 80, dude.
yeah.
It's supposed to be like 80. See the 10-day. Let's see. Yeah, 75, 77 the 2 days after. Then it drops again. But it feels like 60 right now.
Yeah.
That's feeling great. But yeah, some fucking crazy shit is going on with Bud Light though.
What do you mean?
So I gotta see. It's like Anheuser-Busch
Okay.
owns Bud Light and like all these like major like beer brands.
So like what?
Like Stella. Let's see.
Do they also have like? Do they own like Miller, Coors?
Yeah, let's just see who they own. What?
Michelob.
I searched up Anheuser-Busch beers and it came up with Budweiser.
Okay, so Budweiser's probably.
So yeah, Budweiser, Stella Artois, Bud Light, obviously. Let's see. Dude, I can't find a freaking list. Here, products. So we got Budweiser, Bud Light, Ultra, Stella Artois, Natural Light. I don't know that one. Rolling Rock, Bush Ice Beer, Budweiser Select. Let's see if there's any other ones.
So basically, all of like the major.
Corona.
Yep.
Virus. Not
Major beer brands.
Major, yeah.
Okay.
So pretty much, Bud Light signed this, and obviously, people who drink beer, like conservative people, like,
Yep.
you know what I'm talking about, just
Mhm.
those kinds of people. So Bud Light partners with this transgender person.
Okay. And I'm guessing conservatives didn't like it.
They don't really mix well with transgender people.
Yep.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So they just like this famous trans TikTok person.
Okay.
Ironically, the first name is Dylan. It's kind of weird.
All right.
Dylan Mulvaney or something.
So I'm guessing they were girls and turned
not
into guys.
happy. Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
a guy into a girl.
Guy into a girl, or is it
Yeah.
girl into a guy?
Well, it looks like it. I don't know. The appearance is a woman.
Okay, got it.
So
Cool.
I'm not totally sure. Anyways, pretty much, Bud Light partnered with. I don't know.
With them. Okay.
With it, and then, pretty much people are like, yeah, no, this is bullshit, this and that. Because I feel like if you have your own brand, you have to know your audience.
Yeah.
Like somebody who drinks Bud Light, it's not like gonna be. I mean, you can make it for anybody to drink, but it's like there's always gonna be a certain niche of people that tend to gravitate to your product more than others.
Yeah, like it's product outreach,
Right.
and like knowing who your target audience is. Like
Exactly.
ours is like I always research ours.
Yeah.
I always make sure that we're up to date with like the percentage of men to women ratio, the age different ratios, the areas that watch it. Surprisingly, it's only like 60% United States.
Damn.
Yeah, maybe 80. I can't remember exactly the number, but it's either 60 or 80%.
Okay.
And the rest of it's the United Kingdom, India, Indonesia, and
Shout out to my people in India.
yeah, and then
Indonesia, that's crazy.
I think Japan.
Japan? Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Respect.
Respect to Japan, man.
Oh, it's because we were talking about it. I think
What were we talking about with Japan?
when we were like, oh, I want to go to Japan, and like I would
Oh,
like
yeah,
want
yeah,
to live in
yeah.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so Bud Light partners with this person. I guess they even did some, like, I guess they did some live with them and
Okay.
shit. But a bunch of people are like boycotting fucking Bud Light and just like all the beers that
Mhm.
surround Anheuser-Busch.
Yep.
I think that's how you say it. Anyways, it's like crazy as fuck because it's like you wouldn't expect like me knowing like the reputation Bud Light has. It's just like all fucking
Rednecks.
yeah, like just fucking those kinds of people
Yeah.
that just drink it.
Mm-hmm.
And
If you think of Bud Light, everyone knows what you're thinking of.
exactly, and it's just such a it's such a weird thing. It's like I don't know how to compare it, but it's almost like if to me it's like if like a gun company partnered with like Joe Biden or something. Like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
something like that.
I don't
yeah.
know. Like I don't know what to compare it to. It's just like to me it's such an odd like
It's an odd mix.
it's just it's such an odd mix because it's like you make beer, you should know who's mostly drinking your beer, the kind of people that are drinking your beer mainly.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you partner with somebody that's the complete opposite?
Yeah.
And now, so they're getting like hella backlash. So remember what Coke? So Coca-Cola had like this person to kind of represent them,
Okay.
and I forgot. It was some girl. I don't know what race she was, but she said basically like, she pretty much said, "Be less white,"
Okay.
which is like really fucked up.
Which is crazy.
That's fucking crazy. Like she told the world like, yeah, we'll, be less white.
Mhm.
I don't know what she was talking about, but she pretty much said those 3 words: be less white.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, fuck Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Fuck Coke. And fucking since then Coke's fired her and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like this is one of those moments cuz it's like
I would agree.
it's like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I'm not mad at you for partnering up with somebody,
But
like,
it's just not smart.
it's not as
business-wise.
smart. Yeah.
Like,
Not.
we're not expressing our political beliefs. We're just expressing our business opinions.
Right.
Cause like, I think it's just super dumb because if they should know who their audience is,
Yeah.
they should know that not. What's the name of the company?
Anheuser-Busch.
Anheuser-Busch.
Well, Bud Light partnered with them, but they're a company
of Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
So yeah, like they should know, especially Bud Light specifically,
Yeah.
because it's one of the most
Famous
purchased
Yeah,
beer.
if not the most purchased beer.
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
And they should know, like, obviously they have more than enough sales to figure out a percentage of who buys it, who doesn't buy it, and who's more likely to buy it, type thing.
Yeah.
And knowing that let's do the opposite of what our target audience does.
Yeah.
So let's make less money.
Pretty much.
That's basically what's happening at this point. Is
I
that
think-
Anheuser-Busch was just like,
Yeah.
I don't want any more money. Let's just do something
That's-
different.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm like one of those people that think that like if a business makes a certain decision that like I know would make them less money,
Yeah.
I actually sit and think. I'm like, do they want to make actually less money? Like I actually genuinely sit down and think about that because it's
Mhm.
like that's such a bad deal, even to the public. Like the public knows that's such a bad deal.
I mean, it's simple economics. It's opportunity cost. So like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, they had 2 choices to make.
Mm-hmm.
Either they did it or they didn't.
Right.
If they didn't do it, so if they did do it, right, there's 2 more options with that. Either their business was gonna spike or their business was gonna dip. They made a risky decision, high risk, high reward, and obviously it failed.
Tremendously.
Yeah. So I mean,
As it should have fucking. As they should have
I-
known.
I don't know, cause like now that we've done this for a while and like we have our own like side businesses, like where you're doing your Amazon thing,
Yeah.
I'm starting up my own, you're starting up your own thing too,
Uh-huh.
and not even that, like having our own merchandise company, not company but like our own merchandise, we know like what to say and what not to say,
Yeah.
and we know who our target audience is and how to target them. Why would you not take a calculated risk versus
Yeah.
an uncalculated high risk high reward type thing?
That felt very uncalculated by Bud Light.
That's what I'm saying.
That felt super. That's like if Apple partnered with like an old person who has never seen an iPhone before.
Yeah, that's the best analogy you can make.
Like
The polar opposites.
yeah, like it's like if Facebook or the metaverse like partnered with like an old person
Yeah.
who has like no concept of technology.
Yeah.
Or like my dad, bro, because I always got to help him with his phone. So I don't know, bro. That's just such a it's such a bad decision. Like it's not good, and definitely like I mean I don't drink alcohol like that, but I definitely would probably stay.
You
away
don't
from
drink
that, bro.
alcohol, period, because you're underage, right?
Yes.
Correct.
We'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink regardless.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm underage. Plus, it's against my religion, so I just don't.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, like from what I've seen, like me being an outsider viewing in rather than being someone that drinks, pointing like looking outward.
Right.
I know like who drinks what.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
More like like newer drinkers, I would say, or like college drinkers go more towards Bush. And then more like if you go to like
Bush is gross.
a Union.
Actually, I don't know. I've never had.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it is.
If like if you go to like a Union like type of party, you're gonna notice that it's more Miller Lite,
Right.
more Bud Light,
Coors.
and then if you go to more of like a bar setting with 25, 26 around there, they're more like Michelob type drinkers.
Yeah, Michelob Ultra.
Yeah. So, not knowing a lot about the beer industry and knowing that at least, it makes no sense to
0 cents.
go that way.
Yeah, it was just such a bad decision, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't feel bad for them.
I don't feel bad for them
money.
losing money.
Yeah, I mean it's all business at the end of the day. There's no feelings in business. So if you lose money, you lose money. You suck at what you did. Whoever decided to partner with that person just should be fired, because how can you trust them to make good partnerships in the future?
Yeah.
I mean, no hate to the TikTok star. They probably made fucking bank off of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like,
So the only person that actually won is the TikTok star.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
hey, go
good job for them, because
Yeah,
big business decision for them, because
Yeah,
they're making money while another business is going down.
right.
Which is, it's kind of bad to say, but it's out of the competitive market. It's better
Yeah.
for you because now you have your name more well known,
Yeah.
and you brought a company down. So it's kind of bad for your you're kind of bad for your reputation, but
Yeah.
it's also good because you can get more
Yeah.
marketing off of that.
And that's the thing, though. People don't think of it like that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just think, oh, this person got more famous. So thinking of it like, oh, you're the reason this company went down. Not a lot of people think of it like that. But people are going to mainly think like, oh, yeah, they just got famous from that.
There you go. Yeah. So I think they're also going to do they're for sure going to be more marketable around now. The TikTok star Dylan.
Yeah.
I don't know his
I
their
think it's
last
like
name.
some Russian name. I don't know.
But yeah, so yeah, they're going to be more marketable with more companies. I wouldn't say bigger companies just because of what just happened.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to be like, okay, so you brought down Bush.
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna do the same thing with my company type thing.
Right.
So
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, oh my god. So remember when Ford made like the Mustang SUV electric thing?
Yeah.
You know what Nissan leaked?
what?
They posted on their Instagram R32 EV.
Okay.
You know
what does that mean?
Do you know what an R32 is?
No.
What?
Sorry, I'm not that much into cars.
Damn. All right. Quick rundown of the R32. Pretty much, I'll show you a picture of it. Pretty much the R32 is Nissan's like probably like their most successful like car they've ever made. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
I forgot the years they made it.
And they're making this an electric version?
Pretty much.
It's a GTR.
Yeah. So they have R31, R32,
Yep. that one.
R33,
Got it.
R34,
Mhm.
and then the one that you probably know now that they make nowadays is the R35.
Yep. That's the GTR I know.
Yeah. So I'll just show you these other ones too. But
So-
pretty much, here's R33.
So they're bringing back like the old style with the making it electric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which sucks.
I don't.
Again, it's one of those Bud Light
Yeah.
partnering with trans kind of shits.
Yeah.
You don't fucking make a car
That
like the R30.
all the car guys love.
The nickname of that car is Godzilla.
Yeah, and making it into an electric car.
You probably know this car though, the R34.
Yeah, I know this car.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is from Forza.
Yeah. Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. You remembered, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so when Ford made like the Mustang SUV and also made it electric,
Yeah.
like making a Mustang electric, bad idea.
Terrible idea.
On top of that, making an SUV, terrible idea.
Yep.
So they just completely shit on the Mustang name, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a car guy. Obviously, if you give someone a name and it lives up to its name and has, it develops a reputation for itself,
Mm-hmm.
you got to respect it.
Yeah.
So I think,
it's like making a Raptor coupe.
yeah.
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 Because think about it, the Raptor's known to be like the big pickup truck that's out more of like an outdoor
Yeah, it's
type
just
of,
like an off-road kind of
yep,
truck.
versus now you have a coupe version of that.
Yeah, no, that would kind of suck.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense for racing though, because it's lighter weight.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I get where you're going with it. But so like this R32 car back in the day when it was like first coming out, there's a racing series called JTCC, Japanese Touring Championship cars, or just the Japanese Touring Championship.
Okay.
And that car was used in that race.
Okay.
Because there's a whole history with the JTCC, and pretty much it's all just Japanese-made cars. So you got like your Nissan like Fairladies, and you got the Nissan GTRs, and all these like Toyota Celicas and Supras and shit.
Yeah.
And so this car, when it in one of the years, I forgot the year, but when it was being used, it won like all the fucking races.
Okay.
I think it was like different teams and shit, but like the car itself, won all the fucking races.
Okay.
And that's why I gave the nickname Godzilla, because it was just so dominant in racing.
Right.
So in my opinion, I think it's the greatest GTR ever released. I think the best looking one's the R33 in my opinion, but performance wise and just the reputation of R32 is just like the best one. And now they're making it an electric vehicle.
I feel like it's just disrespectful.
It's exactly what it is. I think it's one of those like, damn, you're just gonna shit on it like that.
Yeah.
So and the thing with like electric vehicles, in my opinion, if it's not a Tesla, it's a shit car. It's like any electric vehicle, because the thing about Tesla is like they make electric vehicles, but they specialize in that shit.
Yeah.
Like, they only make EVs.
And the thing is that, I mean, I think Teslas are legit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Mustang EV is legit.
No.
Because it already has, I mean, from what I've heard at least, I don't know much about cars, but I've heard that it has a lot of technical issues already. Like let's say you buy the car in 2022, you're probably going to spend about half its price in 2023 just on maintenance.
Damn.
Yeah. That's what I've heard at least.
Yeah, no. If that's true, then that's fucking absurd. That's dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because I watched this guy on YouTube, bro, and he has the new like Hummer EV that they came out with, and it's pretty cool. It crab walks, so all the wheels turn, so it just moves like that and shit. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
But he had like a series of videos of him trying to charge the thing on like a road trip.
Yeah.
And it would not charge.
What?
So obviously there's like Tesla battery chargers, right?
Yep.
But there's also third-party companies that make their own chargers for electric vehicles.
Yep.
And the charging would like work, like it would put electricity to the plug and try to put it into the car, but the car would not receive it.
Oh.
And he tried this on like a bunch of like he had to sleep at a hotel just because he couldn't get home in the time he wanted to and stuff.
That's crazy.
And he was like traveling all these miles, and he was recording his like gauge for a certain amount of time, and you just saw like after a few seconds it would just go down like however many miles.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's like, I mean, it just put it like, to me it just made like my opinion towards the Hummer car is just so bad. Like I just think it's a shit car now. It's a waste of money. I mean, anything that's electric that's not Tesla, I think is just shit in my opinion. The Mach-E seems to be shit, especially if what you heard is true. Then it's even more shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've never drove inside the Mach-E, but I mean, the stuff that I've seen, like the interior wise, it's a legit. I like the interior. It's just, why would you make it EV.
Right.
Like it just
I don't.
the more info you're giving me, the more upset I'm getting, kind of like with.
And here's the crazy thing about electric vehicles is like all these governments and shit, especially the U.S. government, they're like, EV's the way to go, and then Biden's talking about electric fucking stoves now.
Okay.
Like shut the fuck up. Like we're not going to electric stoves. I'm using a gas stove. I'm not spending an extra hour
trying to heat it up,
trying to make some fucking scrambled eggs, bro.
Yeah.
Like electric stoves cook uneven and they're like super fucking slow. Like you're guaranteed spending double the time making fucking dinner for your family.
Mm-hmm.
So electric stoves off the table, they suck. Now all this green movement shit and like that. I mean, there's literally cargo ships that emit more pollution than all the cars in the United Kingdom combined.
Which is a crazy stat.
A year.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because people actually have this fucking opinion. So somebody going from a fucking whatever car that emits gas, just think of any car, to a fucking Tesla or anyone that is electric, and they think they're helping the fucking world.
You're not. I'm sorry.
You're not. You are not. Sure, you may be saving that little 10 by 10 grid around your car while you're sitting at a fucking stoplight, but even then, that's just going to get filled by the fucking gas from the car in front of you. So you have those kinds of people that actually think they're changing the fucking world getting an electric vehicle. You're fucking not. So if I got like a fucking GT500 Mustang and I'm fucking pulling 40 rolls on the fucking highway, it's not fucking doing nothing to the fucking world.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as me changing the way that I eat. So like, let's say I become a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that, I'm saving multiple, or I'm just basically saving the whole world from.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
No.
It's like you stopping yourself from eating animal products thinking you're saving animals. And you're fucking not. Because you're just helping leave more meat on the shelves at stores. That's
for more people to eat.
Exactly. That's all you're fucking doing.
Because, I mean, there's one of you and how many billion people on this earth?
I think we just hit like 8 billion people.
8 billion people on this earth, right?
Yeah.
So you're not even like 1 times 10 to the negative 15th of a person or like of the population.
Right.
Thinking that you're saving the world.
Mm-hmm.
For you to save the world, you would have to convince 8 billion people to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that not everyone is the same.
No. Yeah.
Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone, not like me and you, no matter how close we can be, we're always going to have our different opinions.
Right.
No matter if I have brothers, I have sisters, no matter how close we are, we're going to have different opinions.
Yep.
It's the same thing throughout the whole world. You're not changing anything.
No.
If it's just you.
Yeah.
If it's the whole world, I get it. You know what? Let me hop on the wave, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But if the whole world is doing and you think that you're changing the whole world just by doing, let me just add a little bit less animal products, or let me just change my car into an electric car, I'm saving the whole world. Like go me type thing. No, you're not. I'm sorry.
Not at all.
But I mean, hey, if you want to buy an electric car, go ahead.
Yeah.
But don't think that you're saving the world. Don't think that you're just being a better person than me having a gas car.
Exactly. Another thing, I actually think electric vehicles are worse for the environment. I'm not saying a Tesla is worse for the environment.
It's off the labor. It's off the labor of cobalt.
Yeah, and lithium mining.
Lithium mining is bad too.
I don't know what countries they do it in, but so you know how we're kind of like, let's provide the same like energy, but let's just do it a more efficient way. Like, let's not do oil, do this, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's actually, scratch that. There was some crazy thing I saw. I think it was, I forgot what kind of mining. It might have been lithium mining.
Okay.
But pretty much, so those big, like, those big Tonka trucks?
Mm-hmm.
no yeet intended.
Yep.
Those big like Tonka trucks, like the dumpster ones,
Like the really
and
big
like
fat
and the
ones.
cockpit is just like an apartment building just up in this little like
Yeah. I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
So they have these big
Is it like the one where you have to like climb up a ladder just to get inside the actual thing,
Yeah.
and you're just like sitting there and you just have all this space,
yeah
and it's just like this big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So they have this other vehicle that's bigger than that.
Okay.
And that's to like scoop and like put stuff into that car or that truck.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't know what that one is called, but pretty much that emits like, yeah, I mean that's a toy, but like
But yeah. I know what. Yeah, I know what
the
you're talking
shape
about.
of it, whatever.
Yeah.
But they have bigger vehicles than this that are like scooping up like just like carving out land of the earth and just putting it in here.
There's another example right there.
And that emits like more than like it was like 12,000 gallons
Of gas.
I think almost a day or some shit.
Yeah.
And like that's just another crazy stat. Like we have we got to change our cars to electric or whatever, and then you have all these other fucking things that are just emitting more like gas a year than countries do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like it's nuts to me. It's like anyways. And then I heard another thing about lithium mining is that it's more pollution to the earth, and then it's also more irreversible. So you can't just change it out,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So that's just another thing to why making electric or getting the resources for batteries for electric cars just doesn't save the fucking earth.
Yeah.
You're just making a new market for business.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you're really
And
fucking
like
doing.
I just learned about this recently, and like people are gonna obviously say, oh, but like global warming, we're causing global warming. Yeah, we are to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But so there's us, which are eukaryotes, and then there's bacteria,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's this thing called a protist.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what a protist is. So like like when you eat sushi, you have like the seaweed.
Yep.
It's not a plant; it's a protist.
Yeah.
So there's these certain protists that live inside of lakes, ponds,
Mhm.
anything you could think of that's a body of water besides the ocean.
Yeah.
They live in that area, and they are toxic to the human environment. So like if it's in a pond or something and you inhale it, you're dead.
Yeah.
And if like not just you in general, but like the fish, any aquatic life that lives in that area, it's dead.
Yeah.
And we're seeing, I mean, I don't know like if it's actually true or not, but they're saying that there's more of those popping up here and there. I forgot the full name of them, but it's like I wish I remembered the name, but it's a certain protist that's inside of fresh water that's causing this, and it's increasing. One, it's more toxic to the human environment. Two, that it's emitting more
Like pollution to the
yeah
earth?
pollution, not pollution,
the
but like
air?
so there's greenhouse gases, and it's just increasing to the greenhouse gases. And the greenhouse gases, what they do is basically just trap the atmosphere
yeah.
and then just heat up the air.
Yeah.
So think of increasing that, which is causing the global warming.
Right.
So it's not just the humans in general that are causing it. There's also environmental issues that are going on, not just because of us.
Yeah.
So
There's there's third party shits that are adding to.
if you think you're trying to save the world by getting an electric car, once again, you're not.
You're not. I mean, I admire the look of Teslas. They look pretty cool. My cousin has one.
Would you buy a Tesla?
Would I buy a Tesla?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I would because of the features that the vehicle provides. Like you have that big ass screen and shit. You can like watch
Yeah.
movies. You could just sit back, do what the fuck. Like, it's a cool car because of its features. But like, I mean, I'm always gonna pick a fucking.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna pick something that, like, dude,
Also, with today's economy, a gas car's cheaper.
yeah,
So.
exactly. And yeah, I'd always pick like an American muscle car over that fucking thing.
There you go.
Like, I don't like you can have two cars in front of me and you can give me a year to drive both of them. It could be that new Tesla Roadster that has like just completely broke the scale on like every stat of a fast car. and just a fucking like Mustang GT500, a fucking Dodge Demon, you know, a Z01 or ZR1 Corvette,
A
like
Hellcat.
I'll always pick the fucking
Gas car.
the fucking gas guzzling fast fucking car. I'll
Yeah.
always pick that shit over that new Tesla Roadster or whatever. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'll always pick that shit over it.
Me as a reliability guy, I like having the least amount of problems in my vehicle for the longest amount of time possible.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I would go with more towards the gas. So
Mhm.
like a Camry,
Yeah.
just because it's more. I mean, I feel like I know more about the Camry than I know about the Tesla reliability wise.
Yeah.
They don't have enough information yet, I think, to tell me that it's better than a Camry reliability wise, because there's still maintenance costs that go into it. Like obviously, a Tesla doesn't need an oil change, but it has a battery that degenerates
Mhm.
throughout. Like think of your iPhone,
Yeah.
right? Let's say you have, what do you have, 14? 12? Okay. So you have the 12, looks the same,
Yeah.
right? But anytime a newer one comes out, that battery's like, no matter if not, let's say that the 12 is the last one to come out, within a year the battery power, instead of going from 100%, its maximum battery power is at 98%.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep going down, and then exponentially at one point it's going to go down to where it's at like 20%.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's I can agree with that. It's one of those things where, because I feel like with gas, you can't monitor gas as much as you can like technology.
Yeah.
Because like gas, you have to just keep going back to the gas station. It's like you can't
Mhm.
monitor how much. You know, obviously it just depends on how you drive the car, but
Yeah.
but yeah, like what you said with the iPhones, like over time the battery's just gonna get worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things where it's like, does the Tesla just get worse and worse, and then you have to go out and buy a new Tesla?
Is it buy a new Tesla or buy a new battery? That's the thing. I don't know.
And then depending on the cost, you might as well just get
A new Tesla at that point.
Exactly.
And there you go.
yeah, which is how they make fucking bank off people. So good job, Elon Musk. I love Elon Musk though. He's a goat.
Dude, he's the smartest
I
businessman.
know.
Like I was just talking.
He's the fucking goat.
I was just talking about this at the track meet. So like people are like, oh, like you're paying for Twitter, you're paying for this. He completely changed the whole world of social media.
Yeah.
Because now Instagram, which is owned by Meta, now you pay $15 a month and you have a blue check.
Mm-hmm.
He started that.
Yeah.
Because with Twitter, and he made it even cheaper. That's the thing. So now more people obviously are going to use Meta than Twitter,
Yep.
which is true. But the thing is that Twitter made their blue check cheaper. So it's $5 a month, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's say it is $5 a month and you're paying that $5 a month. More people are going to be attracted to that than paying $15 a month
Yep.
for that blue check.
Yeah.
Because then that's when people are going to be like, am I really that down bad to where I have to pay $15 a month just to get a blue check?
Yeah.
Versus, oh, hey, it's $5. I mean, I make $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Obviously, might as well just drop $5 a month
Right.
on a blue check.
Exactly.
So he's making bank just off that.
Yeah.
And then obviously now he has like the blue space that or I don't know the name of it, but it's like where you can run lives and stuff, and you can have like collaborators and everything,
Yeah.
and more investors and everything.
What's the how much was Instagram charging?
15.
Let's see if I can do this number. Okay. So I saw you were talking about the blue check,
Yeah.
and earlier today I saw an Instagram post about the blue check, and I guess 44 million people bought the fucking
Okay.
$15 blue check,
Yeah.
which means, let's see, times 15. So Instagram made over $500 million,
Yeah.
$660 million
Yep.
for a fucking blue check mark.
Which is crazy, but think about this.
Imagine people being that fucking worried about a blue check mark.
Yeah, I could care less.
I don't give a fuck.
But the thing is that Elon Musk created that.
Yeah.
He brought up that idea. I don't know what came first.
It's like
Snapchat
fucking
Plus?
Fortnite. As soon as
There you go.
Fortnite made the Battle Pass concept, everybody's, gotta do the fucking Battle Pass concept.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a genius, man.
Yeah, absolute genius. Not
Yeah.
just with that. I mean, obviously he made Tesla. He did SpaceX. He bought Twitter, which was, I think, the one of the most smartest business moves of all time.
I think it was needed too, because like, and he fired all the Twitter execs and shit, which was good, because that shit was fucked. You know what they got exposed for?
What?
They got exposed for censoring Harvard and Stanford medical experts on the COVID.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, which was crazy.
Yeah, so
he made it more of a like, so he's actually embodying the Constitution where you have a right to have a right to say something.
Exactly.
But he's still added like the censoring where it's like hidden content, nudity, hidden content, like gore or something like that, right? And then you can just click on if you want to or not.
Yeah.
And then there's also different settings that he added where if you're not 18, then you can't. One, you can't use Twitter regardless. But if you're not 18, you don't get certain content.
Yeah.
When we had Twitter, it was more of just, this is what you get to see and that's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, think about if he had control of like, dude, imagine if he had control over like YouTube and shit.
Yeah. How big it can be.
That would be huge. I don't know. That seems very far fetched, but if he did get his hands on YouTube, bro, that would be fucking huge, in my opinion, because again, that's like kind of what YouTube does, is just
YouTube monetization settings is crazy.
So bad.
Because one, we can't curse, because then we're demonetized.
Yeah.
Two, I mean, I get the copyright music, but I mean, copyright music, if we have our own stuff, no matter what, if we have our own stuff, it can still be copyright claimed by somebody else just by saying that it's theirs.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they added new things like where it's going off your algorithm of like what comments you look at.
Yeah.
But if you look at Twitter, you see everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is more personalized content. I mean, it's not even personalized, it's censored content.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. It's crazy where we live. Crazy world we live in.
Yeah, evil world we live in, man.
Evil world. Damn, bro. This shit is tough. All right, let's see some crazy shit. Oh, so I know we're gonna put this topic off for a later date.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Andrew Tate being released?
Dude,
did we talk about that?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Cause like, did we talk about this?
I feel like we did.
We did. I think
feel
last
like we
week.
did.
But I feel like we didn't get in depth. I mean, I'm happy he's out.
Me too.
Obviously that means we definitely did have this conversation.
We did. Yeah, as soon as we start talking about it, we definitely.
But
did.
No, there's
I like talking about it anyway. So
yeah, well, yeah, because there's these. Obviously, Andrew Tate's a quote unquote what is the word I'm trying to say? Convict. No.
Fugitive.
No.
Misogynist. Controversial.
Controversial. There we go. Controversial. It's a controversial. It's a controversial name to talk about because I don't know what it is. I mean, yeah, he has his own beliefs, but like, who doesn't?
Right.
Like, obviously, I'm not gonna believe, or I'm not gonna. Here, I'll just say it like this.
Yeah.
If a girl asks me what I think about Andrew Tate, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I believe in like the stuff that he says about hard work.
Yeah.
But then when I'm with like my friends, or like if I'm having an actual like intellectual conversation, I'm gonna actually bring up different beliefs that I believe.
Yeah.
Specifically about like waking up early. Mm-hmm. Specifically about starting to test your, like I was talking about just now, is like testing your stress levels at an earlier age to have a stress tolerance.
Right.
Because the more under stress you are now, the more stress tolerance you'll have when you're older.
Yep.
The higher your stress tolerance is when you're older, the more money you're gonna make.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a linear correlation, but I mean it's.
Yeah. Yeah, man. If I'm gonna say some shit, if I had the money that he had and I was making the money he was making, he's like the guy I'd want to be like. Yeah. Like, not saying all this crazy
Fanboy?
shit, being like, nah, hell no. Like, I wouldn't like be all controversial and shit, but like, I'd want to like look beefy and buff like him. I'd want to have all these fucking supercars and shit. Like, I'd want to be able to go anywhere I wanted to in the world at any given point. Like, that's exactly how I'd want to be.
Yeah, and like not even that. He's influeing. He's not keeping the money and all the knowledge to himself.
No.
He's spreading it around everywhere.
Yeah.
Like he's the most popular name right now, and like all the younger people are now seeing that and like embodying what he does.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about.
The dude has a company, or not, I don't know, company foundation, nonprofit, whatever, in Romania that rescues like lost dogs and like abused dogs.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I fuck with that.
Respect
for that. That's some respect right there. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, I don't think he's a bad dude.
I don't think so either.
You think he's guilty?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no too.
Just because there's no evidence toward. They might have evidence, but like
they actually have evidence to prove he's innocent. They don't have any evidence to show that he's guilty.
There you go. So they do have evidence to say that he's innocent, but why would they have him in jail? Type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
corruption,
it's Romanian.
Man.
Yeah, it's Romanian government. Like
it's corruption.
If we had him here, he'd be in a holding cell for a certain amount of time, but it's innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly.
Regardless of what you think it is.
Yeah. So he's innocent and has been proven innocent. And here's the crazy shit.
He's still on house arrest.
Yeah. So the girls that
quote unquote he was sex trafficking.
Yeah. So they actually found out that they wiretapped their phones and like mic'd them and shit, bugged them. And they pretty much talked about in messages before it all happened, saying that they were gonna frame Andrew on purpose. And you know why they wanted to do that shit?
Why?
Because they wanted fame.
Wow.
And they were actually hoping, if it was successful, that they can get a Netflix, Hulu documentary out of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's been proven that the messages they've sent
were
towards each other, they were sending each other were to frame Andrew and shit.
Yeah.
And because he had those videos of girls saying, "Oh yeah, Andrew's innocent. He didn't do all this shit." It's like, okay. And then the actual two girls that fucking reported him for sex trafficking have been proven that
got their phone tapped and everything. Yep.
So now, and that's the evidence that they have to prove that he's literally innocent. The two girls that reported him for sex trafficking them literally fucking framed him. So,
which sounds like a complete movie.
It does.
Like his whole life is just. It sounds cringe, but it's like a movie, bro. Because
it is.
Not even that. Like there's these random things like, oh, he got framed.
Yeah.
It's literally a plot twist, or it's just something a director can make.
Yeah.
It's not something that just happens off coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just. Yeah, I mean, everything with Andrew Tate, it's always something.
Yeah, it's always something, man.
It's always something with that guy, you know? But, yeah, no, this was definitely the craziest thing. Because I haven't even, I mean, a year ago today, I wonder if I actually have known about him since a year ago. I think probably have.
I think I have just because I actually listened to Fresh and Fit.
Oh, like, yeah, I think I've known about him for like 2 or 3 years.
Because the reason why I just listened to Fresh and Fit was because I was watching a YouTubers like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we're on this. And this was before they had this big thing in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
They used to just be in like a little setup in Florida. I just don't remember if it was in Miami or not. But it was just them two. And then it was like this type of setup.
Yeah.
But it was like a big round table. Yeah. And then they would just have like a bunch of office chairs.
Oh, okay.
So then they would just have people going like this. Right?
Makes
and
sense.
then they would have the camera there and then they would talk going like that, right?
Yeah.
So they had the two YouTubers on. And they're like, oh, shout out to them. And I watched that podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like that. Like, I like the stuff that they're talking about. And then they had, as soon as they moved into that new location, they had Andrew Tate on. And then that's when I remember I was like,
I remember watching that.
He was a high-valued man.
Yeah. The high-value man thing and shit. I don't know how that shit totally went, but.
Yeah. There's a certain clip from that podcast when they're talking about, like, that same girl that was sitting next to him that was just bashing him on everything.
Yeah.
Later on, you can see.
Oh, I've seen that video.
Yeah, she was just like, she was just trying to bang.
Yeah.
And he said no.
Yeah.
Because I bang people that I actually want to have a life with.
Yeah.
And yeah, there you go.
Yeah, bro.
That defines him.
Yeah. I mean, he don't want his time wasted.
There you go.
That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean. Yeah, you got anything else to talk about?
Nothing really. I mean, we're hitting that 55-minute mark.
55, shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I gotta. we'll get some guests on later, guys. We're in talking stages with one right now.
Yeah.
So pretty soon we'll get one on. And then,
Yeah, there's new things coming very soon.
yeah, pretty much a whole damn near a rebrand.
Basically a rebrand at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah, because
Yeah, it's
it's
a lot
about
of
that
change.
time.
Yeah,
It's about that time.
we need it. You guys need it. So
Yeah.
just a big reset button.
So yeah, apologies in advance. We're probably not going to be making shorts until that rebrand happens,
Yeah.
just because we don't want to send out low quality shorts.
We don't want to post garbage to you guys.
Yeah, there you go. We want
don't.
stuff that you can actually see our face when we talk. Two,
Yeah.
match it up with the type of hard work that we put into this
Mhm.
type thing. So yeah, we're just not going to be posting shorts until we make those rebranding decisions.
Yeah, and we'll make we'll talk a good portion of the podcast when we do get everything in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a whole different podcast like just on what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait for that shit.
Oh dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll pretty much be it. Just comment, like, subscribe, of course. Visit the merch store down in the bio, and follow our socials.
Yep. Same thing. We're probably we just dropped clothing, so we're probably not gonna drop another one for another month or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah.
Also with TikTok, that's kind of going downhill a little bit on TikTok. You
Yeah.
know, Maz is going through Ramadan.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Ramadan.
Thank you.
And then I currently don't have it just because I get too addicted to it.
So
And
yeah, I mean, I completely deleted TikTok in general.
yeah. But yeah, we'll figure out TikTok on what that is. But
Mm-hmm.
follow everything else we post on there, and I think that's it. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
See y'all next week.